Hello and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. Once again, I'm Greg, and this is the Starting 11 show, first of a new season. It's always tough. New signings means the manager can do things a little bit differently. Don't have too much of pre-season to go on. Of course, players came back late from international duties. We've got a series of injuries. We've got new players to integrate. So a slightly speculative first starting lineup of the season, a prediction, maybe more of a discussion of sort of who can be integrated, who we're looking at as potential starters. More interested than ever in a video like this to hear in the comments what you would like to see Dyche start with from the outset. Dyche, generally, his philosophy is to let new signings be in and around the squad. There's sort of normally two types of fitness, isn't there? There's match fitness and actual fitness. Dyche sort of adds a third one to that is fitness in terms of mentality with the squad. Almost, do they understand the way we play yet? You know, are they mentally fit to play the style of football he wants to play? So he tends to wait a little bit longer to integrate than other managers would. What do we have to go on? We know there's some injuries. Chimiti, Coleman, Garner, Patterson and Branthwaite all won't be chosen. You know, Branthwaite would probably be one of the first names on that team sheet if he was fit. Garner would definitely be a conversation to be had in midfield. Coleman probably be right back, or if not Patterson, and Chimiti maybe stepping up after the pre-season to have been our second striker, not second striker in the positional sense, but second in command. So it's not going to be our strongest team that we put out either way. Pickford in goal is obvious. Let's put that down. The only other thing we really have to look at here is the pre-season formations. Looks like we'll have a similar formation to last season, and personnel. I'm going to go with a very similar team to Roma just to have a discussion around it. Maybe make one or two changes. So Pickford, obvious. Right back, got to be young. We don't have Godfrey as a potential second choice, and Patterson and Coleman are both out, so probably young. Centre backs against Roma, it was Tarkowski and O'Brien. I really can't see it being Holgate or Keane. O'Brien, a couple of goals in pre-season so far. Nice to have goals from the defensive line. And Mykolenko at left back. I think that back line is pretty much as steadfast as it's going to be, other than if there's a formation change. I really don't see him doing that just to shoehorn another centre back who it will be out of favour in. Midfield, very hard. You'd think Garner would definitely be part of the conversation if he was fit. You've got a big question over whether Decore is going to be a deeper midfielder this season with more number 10 options. We might have Dele Alli if he signs a contract. Harrison can play there. I know, of course, our new signings is always going to be hard for me to remember whilst I'm recording a video. Lindstrom, we know he can play there. Ndai can play there, has played there. So that frees up Decore to be a slightly deeper midfielder. I think we will see what we saw against Roma, which is Idrissa Gueye and Eric Bunam, who looked really good. The big question is, where does Garner fit into that? Because he's a great player. Does Decore fit in there? Or does Decore do what he did against Roma and stay in that role behind the striker? I think we might see something a bit different in the first game. Either way, I think we see Calvert-Lewin up front, jumping around the formation a little bit here just to work it out as I go along. I think we'll still see McNeil out on the left. Ndai just looked so good when he came on, made such a difference to how we got forward, was very creative. Him and Eric Bunam linked up really nicely, and I feel like it would be a shame to sort of kill that momentum coming out of pre-season. It's the kind of thing you want to build on and then get it working as early in the season as possible. Maybe him out on the right and Harrison coming through the centre. What do we think of that? I just don't see him dropping Lindstrom in straight away. Ndai has Premier League experience, English football experience. I can see him trusting that more so than he would Lindstrom coming straight in. So I think that might be the team for now. Pickford, Young, Tarkowski, O'Brien, Mykolenko, Eric Bunam, Gueye, Harrison, Ndai, McNeil, Calvert-Lewin. A lot of questions. What do you do? The big question is in the centre. Calvert-Lewin up top, that back line with Branthwaite to walk in, probably for Tarkowski, Coleman to walk in for Young when everyone's fit. But what do you do with the midfield two? Who plays behind the striker and who are the preferred wingers? Is there enough space for all of these players? And who are your priorities? Let me know what your team would be below. Would you have a period of experimentation with a lot of these players? Do you still think we need to strengthen somewhere? Of course we do. We're talking about Ashley Young playing right back, and we're saying, well, he's too old. So it'd be nice for our starting right back to come back, who is also too old. And then the other right back, is someone that Sean Dyche smacked across the head in mid-season. So, yeah, I think I'd like to know who we need to bring in, what formation you'd go with, how much change you'd make between games early on, how we're going to use the cup games to do that. And let me know, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.